Hello, everyone. I met some nice people over the weekend. I want to give a shout out to Don. I met this young man over the weekend. Um, he's supposed to be helping me with some of my books and everything. I really do appreciate you guys. Another young man that I met named Kendall. Hello, Kendall. I also want to do a shout out to my doctor, Dr. Glazier. He is my heart doctor. He is an excellent heart doctor. He's down at our, I believe, is receiving hospital, and he's a very good doctor. I really do appreciate him. Shout outs to Joyce Mitchell. Thank you so much for all the time when I was married to your brother, how you was such a good friend to me and still are. Thank you so much for that. I want to give a shout out to Claudette Brookins, a very nice young lady who's also my niece, who actually maintained a 4.0 straight throughout her high school year and on to college. She works, she takes care of her daughter, she's beating the odds. Good for you, girl. I'm very proud of you. There's another shout out I want to give to Ernestine. She works down at our church. She's a really nice woman. She gives me a lot of great advice. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being there for me. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to my husband, Charles Stinson, who makes it possible for me to be able to come to you guys and talk with you guys and kick some knowledge with you guys and have conversations with you guys. And I really do appreciate him with all of my heart. He is my biggest fan, as I am his. So we're going to get on to one of the topics today. And one thing I want to talk about, there's a guy, his name is Colin, what's his name? Colin Ka- Kaepernick. And when he's with the San Francisco Giants, the San Francisco 49ers. And when they do the Pledge of Allegiance, or you stand for the flag, he won't stand for the flag. And he says that he's not going to stand for the flag because all of the abuse that we're suffering. I want someone to call in. Let me know how you feel about this young man standing up and saying that I will not salute the flag because it's not for us, basically. That we've endured all of this heartache and hardship under the flag of the United States. As always, there's Caucasians saying that they're basically looking at he won't stand for the flag rather than saying he's not standing for the flag because of what the flag means, because of all of the anguish and anxiety that the slaves have endured, and that a lot of black men today are still enduring because of the flag. So if you have something that you want to say, you want to call in and speak on that, please do. I was just thinking about the man that was there was another man on there named Dominic, and he was saying that he was doing a pro and con, or he was talking to a what you call it, European guy, and Dominic is black. And they were speaking on this subject that I'm talking about right now, as far as they're saying, should um, this African American football player be allowed to sit down while the flag is being held in the highest of regard. And I say, good for him. And no, we shouldn't have to stand up. Not only that, it's his First Amendment rights. He should be able to not stand for the flag if he doesn't want to. There was another young man, I can't remember what his name was, but he was saying that he was in the army, and it is his right. It is Colin's right not to stand up for the flag. But see, I really can't put the guy that's in the army with the football player because the army owns you. You don't got no rights. Just like people in jail, if they tell you to stand up and salute the flag, you have to salute the flag, or they'll call it treason. Now this he look, he ain't the president, he ain't the people's people, he ain't nobody. I mean, excuse me, Lord. It's not he's not nobody. In white supremacy's eyes, he's nobody. But because he's standing up for what he believe in, everybody some Europeans are trying to make it seem like he's being disrespectful to the flag. Now, uh I'm proud of this brother for saying what he's saying. And what I will say to the Europeans that's getting down on him because he's not standing up for the flag, that's y'all flag. That ain't our flag. Quit getting the attitude when we now, perfect example. All of these young African Americans then got on in the water and they doing gymnastics and they blowing the Europeans out the water. Now you'll deal with that as long as we're winning for you. You're all right. But when we speak up for the things that we don't believe in, and when we say that you've been doing this wrong all these years, and some people don't want to deal with it no more. Oh, look, the flag don't mean anything to me. Okay, then the flag don't mean anything to them. Why are you getting an attitude about that? The flag don't mean anything to us because of the things that you guys did. And the ones that do think that it means something to them, people of color, they'll soon find out that they've been hoodwinked long before these conversations and others after me come up. Now, there's the numbers down at the bottom of the screen. You are more than happy to call in, give me your insight, give me your summaries, give me your opinions on what's going on. I just feel like Europeans have lost their mind, making us feel like we don't have a say in nothing, or you're going to make us feel bad because we don't like what you like. Like Master wanted us to like apple pie because he liked apple pie. I don't like apple pie for real to this day. And you're not going to make me like it. And every day we can see that racism is alive and doing well in the United States. All because a black man says, I'm not standing for a flag that tears me down. We had soldiers that was in the Civil War that was shot up. You don't see them mentioning the Civil War soldiers. These people died so all of us can have freedoms too. Why aren't they mentioned? The only time they're mentioned is in a slave movie. That's it. You folks are something else, and you need to quit it. If this man do not want to stand up for the United States of American flag, knowing all the abominable things that you've done to our forefathers, what you thought people wasn't going to wake up and start thinking about this? There's new generations coming up. There's generations that's been here that just don't want to deal with it no more. And like I said, it's a keg of dynamite in the making. And if you do not try to get with us and try to deal with us and try to make some type of I don't even know how to say this. We give some type of truce or something. It's going to get worse. I'm telling the man. I'm telling my government. There are black folks out here that are pissed off and they're mad and they're tired of being hurt. They're tired of seeing young men dying in the streets. They're tired of it. Quit telling us not to feel anything about any way about everything or anything that's associated with us. Stop doing that. Because you don't know what you're doing when you do that. You keep kicking the dog long enough, they're going to bite you. They're going to attack you. Once again, this is just my opinion. It has nothing to do with treason. It has nothing to do with overthrowing the guy. Did you know what this is? I'm ashamed of this government. I'm ashamed. There's nothing to overthrow. You're just as transparent as glass. If I feel like if anybody was going to overthrow the government, it's because of all the bad things that you're doing to everybody else around you, including the people inside your own country. That's a mess. And the government is a mess for doing that. You done had slaves in this country for hundreds of years. You said that there was an abolishment. Excuse me. And then you try to give us the okey doke and you act like ain't nothing gonna happen. You talk about inner city people like they're animals. Like they're not even human. Black mothers, school is coming back. You better get your children into homeschooling. The government had already in the newspaper, like, wait, 2 or 3 months ago, like right after school was out, they're not responsible for educating your children. This is my opinion. If I was, if my children were the age that your children are now in this day and age, and they're tearing down schools, they're abandoning schools, they're leaving the schools up. Your children got to walk past abandoned schools to get to their schools. And when they get there, their lives are in danger, for one, because of foreign airborne illnesses that's going around in the school. You don't know if the water is good because the pipes have never been fixed. Now they got these European teachers coming in. They're not even being taught by their own people now. And they're scared of your children. So if a person is in an area that they're not relaxed in, they're not going to give their best. All of this is designed for our children to fail. We need to get our children homeschooled. We need to start telling our children about the way we lived, mathematics, agriculture, the things that mean things. They're telling people now in kindergarten, they're going to teach your children about homophilia, and if you don't like it, that's a form of neglect, and you can have your children taken away from you. There's a lot of things that's about to change. Now, I feel like this. There's mothers that's not going to do that because either they're on drugs and they don't want their kids in the house, they're lazy and they don't want to be bothered with them, or some just don't have the money and need the help. But I'm going to tell you how you mothers can help yourselves. All of these schools that's around y'all, y'all paying taxes on, even if you are getting government money. Take that money that you get, rent or buy a building, find you some credible teachers. There's a place called I think it's called Blacktopia. It's on Facebook website. It's on Blacktopia. It's where black people get together. And shout out to Mr. Coleman. How you doing, Mr. Coleman? And they get together. They exchange knowledge. They network. And they have a black business directory on their website where you can go on and check things out that may be of some use to you. But you will never know anything if you don't open your mind to be a part of anything. So school is coming back up. If you're not doing anything to make things better for your child, shut up. Don't say nothing about what's going on with the schools if you don't have anything to say about it. So, in a minute, we're going to take a commercial break. But I want you parents to know how easy your children can fall into all types of craziness, and how you have to stop worrying about yourself. It's all about your child right now, because these are dangerous times that we are living in. There was times where we would get killed just to read, and now you guys take it for granted. I don't need to read. I can get on Google. Do you know how priceless reading is? Please, people, let's get it together. And on that note, when we come back, We're going to talk about some more stuff.
Oh, hey, I see what I'm talking about. I'm grown. I'm not going back to jail. I'm not. Get him, Peterson. Take it easy, buddy.
Please don't kill me, please. And the police just killed my boyfriend.
Again, this is your choice. Your choice. So don't you go beating yourself up about those bad things. You take those bad choices to make the wrong things right.
911, what's your emergency? Help me, my boyfriend just tried to kill me.
How do you explain to the public your police force can't account for an entire hour?
I pray to God you didn't intend to murder this young man.
Hundreds and thousands of women are being abused. They're in the fight of their life. Please help them. Please help me. I'm in the fight of my life. Family was so wonderful, I don't get to see him anymore. Something changed in him. He's not the same. I'm in the fight of my life. Please help me. No more. I have a beautiful husband and I love him with all my might. He means the world to me. Until one day I disagree with him. If this happens to you, get away, run away, do whatever you have to. Just get out. Get out!
Just a little tidbit. Did you know that Thomas and Edison stole inventions from two black men, one named Lewis Lattimore and the other one named Granville T. Woods? And it had something to do with the telephone and the railways. And and Granville T. Woods took Edison to court and won the case. How about that? So that's just a little, tidbit of knowledge for you. I really do uh, love my brothers. You guys are the salt of the earth. I need you guys to rise up, take care of your families. I need you to have some respect for your elders. I know you can do it when I'm out and about. I see my young brothers. I always give them their props. Thank you so much for not walking around with your pants uh, uh, all off your butt. I really appreciate you brothers out there for doing that. It really means a lot to me, and please trust me, it means a lot to your elders that they don't see you do that. So I just want to give you the accolades that you deserve. A lot of people are like, well, dang, he just keeping his pants on his butt. Nowadays, that's a big accomplishment in this day and age. So thank you, brothers, for not doing that. So because I want my brothers to I want them to strive. I want them to be more than they can be. I have a poem that I have wrote for the brothers. If you ever want any of the poetry that I write, please You can call in to the station at area code 313-868-6612 and ask. You can always email me at DonnaMitchell15@gmail.com, Donna Stinson 63 at gmail.com. Don't forget to go onto my website, www.youtube.com/DonDiva63, and check out my previous shows. And so now on to my poem that I have for my black men, young and old. Is called From My Heart to Yours. My heart so aches when I read the black man's case. A case of true unbelief, beating, hanging, separations from families, and a tear you better not share. Oh, what horror it must be. Oh, wait, excuse me. Oh, what horror it must have been to just stand up and do nothing instead. We always needed you and wanted you to know the black man is a power to be reckoned with. Since then, we've been divided. Dear. So respect the black man. The black man's I cannot read that word. And I wrote it. Excuse me. Respect the black man because he was the first soldier of war. So I hope you like it. I'm going to tweak it up and I'm going to put it in a frame. And anybody who wants to buy one, it'll be $10. And I have a lot of poetry based on for the black men because I want to be able to edify them. I also have poems for the black sisters, and I'm going to be writing other poems to edify the black sisters. A lot of the poems, well, a couple of the poems that I've written has been for the black sisters when it came to the way they treat their black brothers. And I do want the sisters to understand that this is not the way I believe that we were supposed to have lived even right now today because of slavery, the way how we were taken away from our family, how we were subjected to racism within our own system. That's why I feel sometimes like the black man and the black man and the black woman can't get along because Massive was with the black woman and I wish a black man would even think about looking at a white woman. So, there's like a lot of mental things that go on with all that. And that's why, the white man want us to be so at odds with each other. Black women, we have to love our men. We have to love them. We have to love them. We have to love them no matter what. Now, if they're doing something they ain't got no business doing, you claim you believe in God, then let God deal with that. Now, if you can't deal with it, then go somewhere else and get something better. But don't act like a man and go out there and start shaking your butt and giving it up because that don't mean you're a man. Now you're acting like a whore. So learn when you get hurt or your man hurts you or something happens with somebody close, you have to learn to be more mature than giving your body away. You're not hurting nobody when you do that, and you're playing Russian roulette with your life. So please, think. It is not a crime yet to be able to think. So I just want the black man to know that I'm behind you. Colin, what's his name? Colin Kaepernick, I'm behind you 100%. That's your God-given right not to stand to a flag that abused and used you. My hat goes off to you. Any man that feels like they're in a system where they're not going to deal with it anymore, bravo to you. We got these police officers out here, black men, strong black men, and you're turning on your people for crumbs. Because you never was a part of that whatever you call it, the boys in blue. No matter how blue you think you are, you always black to them. You need to start policing the police that police your people. You ain't got to outright tell them what you're doing, but you need to start doing that. I want to be in the club. What nigga you want me to hurt so I can be in the club? You talking about yourself when you say that. Do you know that? I know for a fact 30% of you cops are bullies because you tried to do it to me and I did not deal with it. And I'm never going to deal with it. I'm going to continue to police you too. So get it together, my brothers and sisters that work in around the people in blue. Because no matter what you're wearing, what you're saying, how you're living in the morning, when you wake up, you're still black. So start being a solution for your people and not a problem. Why do you think black men are scared of you? Their own people, because they know they've brainwashed you to be the hound dog for them. But then you'll say, oh, my people ain't nothing. My people just this. No, it ain't. This has been something in the making even before slavery. We did not know how to get together on the same level because Massa wasn't going to let us get together on the same level. But now we can. If everybody stopped being so petty. This man. I'll come and see what's going on, but don't ask me for no money. Then stay out of it. And then when things get good, stay out of it again. I love my black people. I want what's best for us. But I'm going to say this time and time again, too. Everybody that's of color is not your people. Please believe me when I tell you that. There are spies in the camp. So, on that note, I love you guys. I want us to come together. The man don't want us to come together. He wants us to stay in this stagnant position where everybody's looking at everybody else to do the work. Everybody want to be famous. Nobody want to put in work. Thank you, Kevin Hart. When it comes to our government, when it comes to our city officials, our politicians, our dollars matter. Quit taking them to the Chinese place, getting your feet done. A lot of you people know how to do that type of stuff. Y'all better than the Chinese and you still gonna give them your money. Take your money and buy you a politician. That's what you do. Get $1,000. If you, whatever your problem is, you take it to this politician because that's the only way anything is going to get done. How do you think the LGBT agenda is going forth? They raised $30 million for Obama to endorse them. Why do you think they're out there? Because it's all about the dollar. There is power and money, and we have it, but we act like we don't. So, on that note, think. Think, people. It's not a crime yet. And until next week, stay strong.